I honestly didn't think I'd have to make a part 2 to the Pink Gemini call-out video, because the first one was literally 7 minutes long. But before I begin, I'd like to preface this video. I do not have any evidence. This is all alleged. Repeat, this is alleged. Do your own research at your own discretion. And if you're going to leave a hate, don't leave a hate comment. If you're going to defend Gemini, be constructive. Because my last video, people are just like, you don't have any evidence, and the evidence is literally on the screen. So if you have an argument, please be constructive and not rude about it. Because, I'm always open to suggestions, but not when you're being rude about it. A couple of viewers have brought different events, things that Gemini has done to my attention in my comments. I am not going to be naming the viewers' usernames, because I know people are screenshotting my video and tagging Gemini what do I do, and I've had to delete and block several people because of hate comments, and I don't want my viewers to get harassed for calling out other things Gemini has done. I ain't gonna put them on. I ain't gonna put them up so other people can blast them. My viewer safety on the internet, I also care about. One of my viewers mentioned that Gemini was at a dog park acting like a dog, and people were asking her, politely to stop, and she wouldn't. If several people are asking you to stop and are uncomfortable, that's when you know it's not a prank anymore. It wasn't a prank to begin with. I feel like that's self-explanatory. And there was a trigger warning for not SA, but kind of. Apparently she was also touching people as a prank. I don't know if it was inappropriate wise, because the viewer didn't really specify that told me that. These are different viewers, by the way. It was just that Gemini was touching people as a prank. Even I have high functioning ASD, which is high functioning autism spectrum disorder. I don't like being touched at all. So this prank, when people I don't know touch my skin, even if it's my sleeve or something, I feel like my skin is burning and I get itchy and my arm will twitch and stuff. I have sensory issues when it comes to being touched. And I'm sure other people do too. And some people just, it may not even be a sensory issue. Some people just don't like being touched by strangers, and that's completely fine. That's not a prank. And again, this is alleged. I don't know if Pink Gemini has actually done this. Please do your own research. I'm not going to be yeah, one person told me this. Yeah, if one person tells you something without evidence, take it with a grain of salt. Don't, actually be yeah, they did this for sure. I'm just, I'm making a video on this to be hey, maybe more of us should do more research into if these things are true or not. That way because if I bring up what the viewers are bringing up, what Gemini is specifically doing, it's easier to get that information of what she's doing wrong rather than just Googling Pink Gemini Husky. Yeah, it's just why? And, there are more points that I have with actual evidence to back them up, I don't know, Gemini. I have points to actually back up the fact why we shouldn't support Gemini Husky in my last video. If you want to look more into that, I highly recommend you go watch that. But the situations with the other two creators, I don't remember their usernames. I think it's Stilts and something else, and Gibberts. I don't know for sure. If you look up Pink Gemini Husky, you'll find the other two that they're arguing with. Even if they did get someone fired, I completely agree with Gemini that if your prank gets someone fired, not okay. But you also shouldn't be going, well, this person did something bad, so mine's excusable. No, we should hold both people accountable. That's like looking at someone that robbed a bank and someone who, I don't know, is a murderer. They're both wrong. We're not going to charge one because they did something worse. We're going to hold both of them accountable, and it should be the same for things people are doing on YouTube that aren't right. And one viewer, I'm also not going to name this viewer, said that, well, the normies, well, I'm prefacing here, I don't remember what the exact comment said, the normies, with like the mics on street interviewers, I don't think that's right either. I don't really think that street interviewers should be running around being like, hey, answer this inappropriate question for the mic, blah, 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 blah. And it's typically like men going after stereotypical pretty women. And it's just like, but why? That's not right either. I'm like, at some point I want to make a video about that, because like, ew, dude, ew. Like, leave people alone. But yeah, the reason I did covered Pink Gemini is because like I'm in the furry community. So that's who my audience is. That's the video I wanted to make first. But yeah, the more I see Pink Gemini Husky, the more viewers are saying and giving other things that Gemini has done. So at this point, I don't know. Again, I don't know. These are alleged. I'm going to do my own research on it. But yeah, I look into the situation. Really, really look into the situation. I have nothing more to say to that as of now. I don't know if more things will come out, and if I can gather more evidence, I may make a 3. I don't know. I don't want to keep making video after video, if that makes sense. But, again, do your own research. Goodbye, guys.